Hello, my friends. Jenny Lee here. I want to share with you for just a moment. First, I am standing in a dressing room that is part of my latest flip. And it's really such a happy feeling when you finish the flip and the vision has come to fruition. And people walk through and they fall in love with it too. It's a wonderful feeling, you know, to create something and then have others love it. And then to have a buyer just fall in love because it's their house, you know. But I'm telling you that because what I would like to share with you today is a little bit about how I got here. And although actually when I was 5, I dreamed about flipping houses. I mean, I was like with my mother, and I remember we were somewhere at a friend's farm and they were showing us this old house on the property. And I can remember envisioning, oh, we could change the walls and the floors. And anyway, so I always had a very active imagination. I actually ended up having a career in the fashion industry, which was definitely a lot of fun. And then as things in time progressed, I made a huge sacrifice, actually, because I wanted to be at home when my children got home in the afternoon from school. So I decided that I would go into the restaurant business. I was going to do corporate soup and sandwich and catering and that sort of thing. And it's interesting because my friends laughed at me and they said, Jenny, you're going to open a restaurant, but you don't even cook? I said, but I can read. You know, I always love reading recipe books, right? So, but anyway, I did that, and I did that for a purpose because I wanted to be at home. So I ended up doing a little restaurant where we closed at 2:30. And so that helped me accomplish my goal. So anyway, a customer that was coming in the restaurant got me interested in the internet. And when I started realizing the potential in the internet, and I realized it because I needed to find a home. And at that time, you know, there was 3 lines of classified. Do you remember classified ads? And that was how you found a home. And I thought, wow, wouldn't it be awesome if I could go online and I could see pictures and information about these homes, and I would know right away if I was interested or not. I didn't have to call. I didn't have to drive by and all that stuff. So I ended up being the first website in my town. And as time progressed and got into investments and all that fun stuff, I had a rental property that was actually was my husband was my first client. He was trying to sell his home after his divorce, and I convinced him not to. I said, let me rent it for you instead. And so anyway, I rented it, and at the end of 5 years, this tenant moved out, and I said, let me go in with $20,000 and rehab this property, and I will take your rent from $1,200 to $1,800 a month. And he was like, you can't do that. I'm like, oh, yes, I can. So he trusted me with my vision, and he gave me the money, and I did just that. So that was my actual first flip experience, and it was a flip to rent. So it was a great return on investment, spending $20,000 and gaining a $600 a month spread. It was a great investment. But it was fun because I got to tear out a wall and make a bigger room. And, you know, it was one of these houses that the microwave was not above the stove, you know. And so I had to cut the cabinet to put a microwave there. And now I have a problem with the cabinet. So I started figuring out what to do. And so I found a Ironsmith, I think that's what they're called, and had them, and I designed a little, like a grate looking thing, like a iron cover that I wanted to go over the cabinets, you know, instead of a regular cabinet, because I couldn't match the cabinets. Anyway, that turned out to be really great. It was like one of my favorite things because it was kind of like a little architectural, you know, accent in this kitchen. So can you tell I get very excited because it's so much fun. I love doing this. And, you know, now I have been able to do house flipping for, oh my goodness, I guess now it's been at least 12 years. And I have loved it, loved every minute of it. I love the challenge of, you know, I get into some complicated things because I like to do exquisite master suites with dressing rooms and fun things like that. So, my new passion is actually sharing what I've learned with other people who want to do it, because I've had so many people say, oh, I would love to do what you do. And so as I've talked to a lot of people, they've shared with me that their fear is in not really knowing what to do. And, you know, I understand that, but I don't really have that kind of fear. So I will just go through a brick wall if that's the way I need to go. And so I have done that. I have gone through the brick walls, over the walls, underneath, however I needed to do to get where I needed to go in my house flips and in the challenges that come with that. And so I have created a course that is something for you if you desire to do this, that you can actually learn how to do what I do. And I'm talking about every step, step by step. And not just how to flip a house, but how to start your own business. Because you can't just go out and buy a house and flip it. I mean, there are some, you know, foundations that you need to put down for your business so that you're operating correctly. And you want to have certain processes and procedures in place so that you are managing your business correctly. And if you start these things in the beginning and you do it right, you'll have one less problem to worry about, because in life there's always going to be some challenges. So what I am doing in my course is I am teaching you how to overcome the challenges that I have been through and how to find answers. So, you know, I've looked to see if there's anything out there that's kind of like what I'm doing and what I've presented. I don't see anything really. My course is something very personal because it's me in a conversational tone, talking to you, explaining to you, you know, each step of the way. And I think I've done it in a way that makes it enjoyable. And it's something that you can do at your own pace and at your own time frame. So I want to extend this offer to you. If you will click the link for more information, there's a page there that's going to explain in more detail what the course is about. I also have some very special bonuses that I'm including that are very important and will be very meaningful to your success. But the main thing is I wanted to let you know a little bit about me and kind of how I got into the flipping business, how I've enjoyed it. It's been very prosperous. I now live a life of my dreams. And what I mean by that is my why is I want to be free to spend time with my family. That is it. I mean, yeah, I like to have money and things and all that. But the main thing is I want to be free. I don't want to have to show up at a job and be under someone else's control. I want to go see my children, my grandchildren. I love spending time with my grandchildren. And as a result of being in business for myself and being able to create my own schedule, then I can schedule those times to go visit my children and grandchildren when I want to. I can get in my RV and go to Florida for a week if I want to. I can go to Georgia for a week if I want to. And if that's something that's of interest to you and you've always been fascinated by house flipping, then I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm going to show you how to have what your why is. And if you will click this link for more information, you will get all the details, and I am looking forward to seeing you in the course. I hope you have a great day.